Family Shavuotov. Shavuotov. Look, back here where I was 2 weeks ago for the Haskara. I've just been upstairs on the fourth floor in the archives and documentations area, and we've opened the first archives on our family, Ben Huda Halévy. It was of course very emotional. I felt so many different things. First I was smiling, then I was crying because there was this receipt saying for Rachel, and as I touched it I felt something. It had all these numbers on it. I didn't want to take off the pin, which was already rusty, the paper clip. I have taken some pictures, but this is just the beginning. You know, I've been seeing all these things about our ancestors in the First World War, what they're calling the war, everything that has been done for the business of Suez. And if you look at the anagram of Suez, what do you get, family? The oil I'm talking about there in Israel, that border there that they're calling, which they're trying to separate and not say is Africa. So our ancestor Ben Yehuda Halévy, he was 29 when he came to France. Came from Saint Maurice, Switzerland. For those of you that know, I lived in Saint Maurice in France, here in just outside of central Paris. Again, as I've said, I've always been living close, or in some way the genetic memory is always there to remind me that, you know, we've been here. So Switzerland family, and it says on the documents that by way of Palestine and Israel, so that's you know, in the 1940s, the war, that he spoke French and German, and there's so much to unpack because this is why I know the genetic memory through Kay. When he wants to watch Peppa Pig in German out of the blue, is not out of the blue, it's because he already knows the connection with Germany, the connection with Switzerland. For those of you that know me personally, is that you know, it's places that I've felt connected to, have been to. This eye that is twitching. In the document, you know, and for those of you that saw my video when I went to 7 Rue de Baca, oh my gosh, Baca, des Barcadères in the 17th district, maybe that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went initially to 7 bis as if I knew, and I thought it was number 7 where they said it was a diplomatic Japanese consulate, but I knew it was 7 bis. That I showed you all, the Harvey said it looks like Halévy, and that's where he'd been staying in the hotel, and there was this so-called place Mahal in Palestine where, for documentation, there's a lot for me to review. I just want to put it down. I just wanted to document, you know, that I'm here. The sun is blazing. I'm just elated. I'm elated that I'm here, elated that we're at this stage. The Rothschild Hotel hospital has come up. So my connection with Eric de Rothschild that I met, that you saw, family, is there's a lot that the Rothschilds are going to have to speak on. They already know. That's why he asked me, how did I get in here? Because he knows, he can feel that connection. They know. And we now know. I'm just moving a little bit because I think some of these, the art behind is not necessary for us right now. I feel elated. I do. I feel elated for our ancestor. I've checked. It says that he had 5,000 francs on him. That it was given, though. That he had to pay 300 francs for a room. But we don't know how much he had on him. There's a name that's come up. Gilly or Gilly Florinia. We have to check. There's a lot. We don't know if he had children. It said something about deuxième, the second. So we don't know if he had children, if this person, Gilly Florindia, was his wife, well, not his wife, but his partner, because it said he came back and forth from, he was in France and he went back to Switzerland, so maybe he had a partner even if he was not married. He was 29 at the time of these documents. There's a bit in there though, just one little scribble saying, Il est très malade, meaning he is very unwell. So is this because of the war? Is this because of what, being pushed out of Israel? Family, there's more to look into, but I wanted to put this down that that's what I've seen for today. I've asked for copies of the archives. I've done my own pictures myself. It's just a time of elation. There's so much to now review. These ancestors of ours that were in the war. I watched something recently, I think just 2 days ago, about the war. The so-called Black Americans that went to war and were hoping that they would be welcomed and have more respect when they came back from war, and that didn't happen apparently. Family, we've been everywhere we know, like Switzerland, all these kind of places. We were there before the war. We were in Israel before the war, and we've been everywhere, I've told you. For those of you that are not aware, we are everything and everyone, not African. That's just a misnomer. That's displacement. A lot of people were born there. I'm not going to get into experimentations and all that, those kind of things, but that's not us. Every landmass, before it was one, right? It was a whole. So we're on every landmass to start off with. Today, I just feel, as I said, the word is elation. I'm tired though, because in the sense that this is just the beginning, tired of that. The process has just been like this, and now it's about to go forward motion. So we give thanks, family. I see why, Kay not being with me at the moment is very special, because he gives me the clues. Today he said some things and I did the checks on it, and he's right. So he is our ancestor reborn here. And I give thanks for every moment. I give thanks for Ben Yehuda Halévy. I give thanks for all of the Halévy family and everything that we're about to discover and have returned to us. Shavuot Tov, family, and we give thanks.